Hello, my name is Clive Sinclair. Why? Because I've always wanted a name like Clive Sinclair, and this is my chance. Thanks for asking. Today, we're going to take a short look at the state of marriage in America. More specifically, we'll be looking at the attitudes regarding marriage in the church body, within the body of believers making up Whitehaven Road Baptist Church on Grand Island. I have to warn you, this report is not for the faint at heart. It contains real people with real answers to real questions concerning their real marriages. That said, there have been certain liberties taken with the pairing of questions and answers so as to make the overall effect more dramatic. In preparing this segment, I sat down and talked with several successfully married Christian couples. My intention was to get a feel for their attitudes about marriage, communication, and cooperation, and see how the high priority given to their relationship and marriage yields positive results. I started with some trivial ice-breaking questions that were intended to put the couples at ease and have a bit of fun. Is keeping your car's interior clean and spiffy important or not important?
It's important.
Important.
Is returning movies to Blockbuster on time, even if there's no late charge, important or not important?
Important.
Very important.
Even if there's no late charge?
Very important.
Is picking the lint out of your belly button each morning important or not important?
Great idea.
No.
Well, obviously these are good people with great hygiene habits. I was feeling baffled about the interview at this point. Their answers were so honest and forthright, it was like a breath of fresh air. It was just like that. So I got right down to business and started in on the more relevant questions. Is it a good idea to be sensitive to your spouse's wishes and modify your actions accordingly?
No.
Would you say that showing each other love on a daily basis is important or not important?
Important.
Not that important.
Is screaming and yelling in front of neighbors and small children to resolve differences of opinion a good idea or a bad idea?
Oh, not a good idea. Oh, you have to think about food. I'm
How
sorry.
big's the cake?
Did you notice that? He wasn't even paying attention to the question. He changed the subject to food. I couldn't believe my ears. Listen again, and believe me, this was only the beginning.
Oh, you have to think about food. I'm
How
sorry.
big's the cake?
Would you say that having one-on-one time with your spouse is important?
No.
Is making an effort to cultivate a closer relationship with your spouse important?
Not really important.
Not important? I don't care. Look at me, I don't care. Is that your answer? I was getting upset, especially at the guy who thought it was all a joke, so I decided to call him on it. I don't understand your attitude. You seem to think this is all one big joke. You're a very lucky man. You should be incredibly grateful having such a lovely and understanding wife. No, please, sit back down. No, really, sit down. Right then, let's move on then, shall we? Exasperated and more than a little shaken up, I realized I needed to go in a different direction. I separated the men and women, and then I asked each of the women some questions to determine whether they would be interested in attending the upcoming Marriage Advanced Seminar to strengthen their marriage. Their responses were, in a word, disturbing.
That's my scrapbooking weekend.
I have nothing to wear.
That seems like a bit of an excuse.
I'd be embarrassed to be seen there.
Oh, I need a foot massage that day.
I would be embarrassed to be seen there.
I have nothing to wear for that.
My husband probably wouldn't go anyway.
What if I see someone that I know there?
I wanted to cry, but this was nothing compared to the men's responses.
I planned to have a headache that day. I was planning to snake the toilets that day. Maybe my wife could tape it.
I need to rest on weekends.
He's a napper.
Absolutely. Only losers go to this type of thing.
Is this about the vacuuming?
I can't go to the events because the big game's on.
I was going to snake the toilets that day.
I was planning to snake the toilets that day.
Snaking the toilet? What's the deal with that? Is that an American thing? After reviewing the tapes, I realized the couples didn't agree on anything at all.
Good idea.
Bad idea.
Great idea.
No.
Me.
Me. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Kelly.
Chris.
Important.
Not that important.
Very few people.
Everybody.
No.
Yes.
No.
Sounds like these couples could really benefit from attending the upcoming Marriage Advance seminar. Given the daily assault of this world on the institution of marriage, every couple should be looking to find ways to make their relationships stronger. Satan works hard every day, sneaking in to derail our most cherished relationships. Let's not be too busy, too distracted, or too timid to invite God to throw the bomb out.
Every marriage can get better.
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 Well, I can certainly agree with that. I'm Clive Sinclair, and that's a wrap.